Hi everyone, and welcome to my creative time. My name's Mandy Witherby from Mandy's Papercraft Creations, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Sydney, Australia. Thank you so much for joining me. If you are here live, you will see the red live button up in the top left-hand corner. And if you don't see that, you're watching the replay. So thank you so much for coming back. Thank you too for those of you who are watching over on my YouTube channel. I do upload all of my videos over there to YouTube, so thank you so much if you're watching over there. Feel free to chat with me, say hi as you're jumping on. If this is your first time watching, let me know where you're watching from. Hey Kayla, how are you? Great to have you with us. How are you, lovely? Long time no see. All right, so while everybody is jumping on, I'm just going to call this up on my other devices so that I can see all of your comments over there. So let me just do that now. And then we will have a little chat. And then as we chat, we will craft, and I will tell you what's been happening. Okie dokie. So let me just bring this up over there. There we go. Great. Now I'll get rid of the comments off my phone because otherwise it's very distracting when I'm talking. But I can see them on my other devices. So there we go. Ah, great. You are well. That's awesome to hear. Enjoying some sunshine and have been in the craft room all day. Oh, it does sound like a perfect day. Lovely. Very good. Hope you are well. Yes, I am. Thank you very much. Yeah. So apart from my dodgy back and neck, but that's just every day. Apart from that, I am well. Thank you so much. We've got a really funny day today. It's been cloudy. It's been sunny. I went out and picked some tomatoes, some cherry tomatoes from our veggie garden this afternoon. And as I was bending over picking them, I could feel my back burning. It was very, very hot. And yeah, but it's come over overcast again now, so I don't know what the weather is doing. We've had rain on and off over the last few days, so it's yeah, it's been a little bit crazy. In fact, the day that we had our big what do they call it, bulk waste collection, like a council collection, last Thursday, it poured down on the Wednesday evening as John and Amber were loading all the stuff out the front on the nature strip. It actually absolutely bucketed down. They had to put a big plastic sheet over all the stuff that was going so that all the boxes wouldn't get soggy, because we were worried that as the garbos picked up the boxes, all the boxes would fall apart. And we're like, no, we need all our stuff gone. But anyway, it all went, so it's all good. And we've got another one in a couple of weeks' time. So the cleanup continues. It's an ongoing saga of my life at the moment. You can sympathize. Yeah, bad backs are the worst. Good day, bad days blend in. Yes, yes, they do. Hope you're getting some answers and some help. Yes, I'm actually having a procedure on the 14th of February. I'm having a pain block procedure in hospital under general anesthetic. So that's the first step. And then if that works, or at least, yeah, gives me some temporary relief, and they see that that gives some positive results, then they'll go to the next step, which will be something a bit more permanent. But yeah, we'll take it as it comes at the moment and see what happens. Hey Rose, how you going? Oh, you've got a warm day down there in Tassie. Just had a bit of, it just tried to rain. Oh, it just tried to rain. Sounds a bit like our weather up here today. It's been a bit all over the place. Cloudy, sunny, hot, cooler. I've got the aircon pumping because I was racing around doing, well, not racing because I can't race, but I was doing a little bit of dusting and tidying up and things earlier, and was getting a little bit overheated. Oh, hey Tracy, how are you? Lovely to have you with us today. Fantastic. So I have got a super cute card to share with you today, but more than that, my team and I had a team card swap just recently, just in the last couple of weeks. And so I've got all of those cards to share with you today as well. So that might give you some ideas of using some of those beautiful products. Oh, now I meant to mark them. I meant to mark the page numbers before I went live in my catalogue of where to find all the products. And do you think I remembered to do it? No. But that's okay. So our card swap was from the Mini Catalogue. So focusing on products from the Mini Catalogue, I allowed them to mix in some other products as well, but the main focus was on Mini Catalogue product. So if you are here in Australia and you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to get one of these beautiful catalogues to you. There are so many gorgeous products in this Mini Catalogue. It runs from 5th of January till the end of April. In fact, it finishes on the 1st of May. So it's the January to April 2023. Can you believe that? 2023 Mini Catalogue. So it's available right now. So let me know if you don't already have one. I'd love to get one out to you. In fact, what I will do is I will put up the link in the comments here, and I will put all of the links attached to the details of this video, both on Facebook and on YouTube. So don't worry if you're watching the replay and you think, oh my goodness, she put them in the comments and I can't find them. I will put all of the links in the details as well. But in case anybody is here live today and they would like to grab them straight away, I'm going to put let me just see, so the catalogue request, I'll copy that link and put that in the comments right now. There we go. So if you'd like to request a catalogue, you can do that there. Now, while you're requesting a catalogue, if you're ordering a mini, I will also send you a celebration brochure. So celebration, for those of you that don't know, runs from the 5th of January till the 28th of February 2023, and it's the only celebration we're going to have this year. So jump on this one. During celebration, if you're not familiar, with every $90 purchase, that's $90 Australian. So in every market, it's a different conversion, $90 Australian dollars. You get to choose a free product from the celebration brochure, which is super awesome. There are some level 1 and there's a few level 2 items as well. The level 2 items are for if you're spending $180. But if you spend $180, you might choose one of those level 2 items, or you can choose 2 of the level 1 items. So it's totally up to you. So lots of beautiful products in there. There's stamp sets, there's designer series papers, absolutely gorgeous. So I can send one of those to you as well. And also too, then we've got our big annual catalogue. This is my own copy. So you can see I've got all my tabs and everything happening, and I get mine spiral bound and a clear cover on the front because I'm referencing this every day. So mine needs to last me all year. This one runs until May. So if you would like one of those, you can request that in my request form, my catalogue request form as well, which I've just put the link up for. Also too, during celebration, if you love Stampin' Up! Products, or perhaps you're just getting into paper crafting, joining during celebration is a great way to go, because not only will you get additional value in your starter kit during celebration, which you get to choose, by the way, you will also get an ongoing 20% discount, and you can build that up to 25% over time if you choose to as well. So it's a super awesome time. It's always an awesome time to join Stampin' Up!, but especially during celebration. So let me tell you about the starter kit options that are available at the moment. Sorry, I have to take a breath. Excuse me. So the starter kit options, there's 3 different options at the moment. The first option is the regular $169 for the starter kit. But at the moment you get additional value, so you get to choose up to $315 worth of value in the starter kit, plus you get free shipping as well on that, and you're only going to pay $169. So that is amazing additional value. So it's an additional $80 value on top of the usual 66 free. So what's 66 and 80 is 146. Is that right? Is my maths right? I'm not real good at maths, but it's amazing actually. I never thought I was good at maths, but I use it every single day now. But sometimes I get it wrong. But yeah, so much added value in your starter kit that you will get for free. And you get to choose those products, so it's super awesome. Now, I've had a couple of team members, new team members join because they saw the great value in the starter kit and they took up the offer. So that is super exciting. We are always excited to add new team members to our team and welcome them into our crafting community. We have a lovely time together in our team. We have our own little Facebook community, and it's a busy little hub over there. Always things going on. We have creative challenges. We gather once a month, and I do some team recognitions and anniversaries and keep everyone updated with all the news. Then we have a crafting session together online last weekend, so not the one just gone, the weekend before. And you might have seen me post about this. We went and had those that are local and that could come. We went and had lunch at a restaurant down by the river, which was lovely, and we spent a lovely afternoon chatting and eating wonderful food and just gathering, getting to know each other. It was really, really lovely. But we do all sorts of wonderful things. Then outside of that, there is the wider Stampin' Up! Community as well that you can get involved in if you choose to as well. Or if that's not what you're looking for, you can just sit quietly in the wings as well and just watch. That's also okay too. But we love to welcome new team members to our team. So if you would like more information about that, then please get in contact with me. Now, there's two other options as well for the starter kit at the moment. If you would like to get your hands on one of these adorable little Stampin' Cut and Emboss machines, this is the mini, and we're going to be using this one today, then there's two offers for this one. You can get this one or the brand new exclusive Boho Blue mini machine, which is only available when you join during celebration. You can get that as well as the $315 worth of product and only pay $210. Now this machine itself is worth $110. Okay, so that is $425 worth of value for only $210. So you're more than doubling your money. But if you already have a machine and you don't need another one, then you can choose the option that is the product only for $169 and still choose that $315 worth of product. If that sounds really confusing, then please feel free to get in contact with me so that I can answer any questions. And just so you know, there are never any silly questions. I'm happy for you to ask me anything. We've all been there right back at the beginning. We've probably all had the same questions. And there's lots of things you don't know when you're first starting out. There's lots of things to learn. So feel free to ask me anything in regards to Stampin' Up, joining, products, catalogs, anything you would like to. Alrighty, so that's a little bit about celebration. So be sure to check that out. You can find all the information, well, you can find all the products in my online store. And you can find my online store via my blog. I'll have this down on my desk, but just in case, there's my blog there. If you go to my blog, you'll see at the top of my blog on my homepage there's a shop button. There's also a join button there too. So if you've already made up the decision that you want to join and you want to get that amazing value, then you can go there and click on the join button. If not, if you've got more questions or you'd like to have a chat with me first, then please get in contact with me and I would love to give you all of those details. All right, now there's so many, I should say, advantages and benefits of joining Stampin' Up, not only for my team, but also for what Stampin' Up offers their demonstrators. They really look after us very well. And I mean, we love that discount too. We all do. We all love that discount. But also too, there's demonstrator only Facebook groups. There's demonstrator only events that happen during the year. And also too, we get access to the new catalogs and new products early before anybody else. So that is a huge perk. We love that. And so much more. There's so much more available. So yeah, please let me know if you would like any more information. Hey Laurie, how are you going? Hey Dimity, how are you? Great to have you with us, ladies. Fantastic. All right. So how was everybody's weekend? Has anybody got anything exciting to share? Did you do anything over the weekend that was interesting or exciting? Share with me in the comments. We'll get started on our crafting soon. I actually enjoyed my first high tea. I've never had high tea before and it was lovely. So I met with a group of my friends from my church, and we went to one of the members' house, and she put on a beautiful spread for us. And we had the layered, you know, the 3 layered tiered cake stands with all beautiful cakes and things. And of course there were some gluten-free options there for me too. We had fruit, we had yummy tea and coffee, juice. There was non-alcoholic wine. I'm not a wine drinker, so I just stuck with juice and tea. Cups of tea, of course. There was scones with jam and cream, all sorts of things. So it was so lovely. And we just had, I think we were there for about 5 hours, five and a half hours in the end, just chatting, enjoying, catching up. And yeah, it was just so nice to be back with people again. I mean, I did meet up with my team the previous weekend as well. So I've had 2 really lovely weekends catching up with people. It's been wonderful. It's great to get back into life and be able to see everybody again. So that was fantastic. Yeah, it really was nice, Laurie. It was so lovely. I'd never had a high tea before, so it was very fancy. So yeah, it was really, really lovely. And then yesterday, we did more clearing out here at home, going through a lot of, oh my goodness, so we're working on our wardrobe at the moment. That's well, I work on little parts of different parts of the house. But yesterday our focus was primarily my walk-in wardrobe, which has a lot of stuff stored in there. Do you have a walk-in wardrobe where you store lots of stuff? Please let me know if you do. Make me feel better. We've done the garage, so that's good. That was terrible, but it's really good now, neat and tidy and everything organized. But the wardrobe, so we had a shelf of the wardrobe, so it was taking up storage shelf of all of our house stuff, because we built this house 13 and a half years ago, and we kept everything. So we had all the documents from that, all the everything from the information about the tapware and the paint colors and the everything. So it took 3 of us 4 hours yesterday going through document by document. We also discovered there were a few other documents mixed in as well that didn't belong with house stuff, and of course they've been sitting there for years. So yes, so needless to say, the shredder has been getting a workout, and Amber has just finished all the shredding today. I did some last night, she did some today while I was doing other things, and it's all done. So now we've got a blank shelf. So John can actually have an extra shelf now in the wardrobe, because mine's sorted, my storage space is sorted, but he's always running out of space. So now he's got another spare shelf to put some of his clothes. I'll make sure clothes only go back there though, no junk, no paperwork in the walk-in wardrobe. Oh, but it makes you feel so good to go to, like, makes you feel lighter to get rid of all this stuff. We've still got more to go. Oh my goodness, my shoes. I didn't realize how many pairs of shoes I had. I don't know if I should tell you how many. I'm getting rid of a lot of pairs of shoes. I am keeping quite a few, my good quality ones, because there's a lot I can't wear now. I can't wear heels anymore because of my back and things like that. So I still had some really good, nice shoes and boots, and other shoes that didn't have good enough support in them for me, for my feet, my knees and my back. So I had to get rid of a really lot. That's not good grammar. A real lot of shoes. So, oh my goodness. Yeah, I can't wait to get this. We've still got more work to do. There's more boxes to go through of other stuff. But yeah, and clothing. We've done the clothing. We've done all that. Anyway, so that's my weekend. What about everybody else? What did you all get up to? Let me know. Keep chatting. Chat with each other. Chat with me. I'll tip the camera down now and I'll show you the projects that I've got to share with you today. So I've got my team swap cards. And today I'm going to be creating my team swap card and show you what was my team swap. It's super cute. It's using the Taco Fiesta stamp set. If you've seen that in the mini catalogue, super, super cute and adorable. Yeah, so that's what we're going to be playing with today. So let me cover up the camera. I'll tip it down onto the desktop so that you can have a better view, and I'll show you all these beautiful projects. So, oh, by the way, have you got your cuppers? I've got my tea today. I remembered today. The last couple of weeks I've been too hot to have tea, but I thought, you know what? I feel like a cup of tea today. So I've got my tea ready. I'll have a sip of that when I sort out the camera. So let me tip that down. Bear with me for one moment. I'm going to cover up the camera so I don't make you dizzy. And we'll flip those cameras around. Not sure if that first one flipped then, but we'll see when we tip it down. Anyway, all right, here we go. Okay. Tighten all my clamps back up. It shakes the camera a lot when I do this. This is why I cover it up. And I'll lower that down a little. There we go. All right, and while I wait for the playback to catch up on my computer, I'll adjust my lights. Oh, there we go. That's a little bit crooked. Let's straighten her up a bit. See if I'm going the right way. How's that looking? Is that, oh, still a little bit crooked. I like to get it nice and straight because it annoys me if it's not. Possibly probably me having a bit of OCD, but I figure if it annoys me, it probably annoys other people too. Oh my goodness, I just made that worse. Let's go that way. Try that. Oh, hang on. Really got to get above it to do this, because when I try and do it from my seat, from my chair, I don't get it straight. Okay, good. I'm going to leave it there like that. That's pretty good. Okay, good. Oh dear. All right, so you can see my keyboard there. I keep that close by so that I can put up all of my links as we go. There was another link I was going to put up. Oh, yes, if you're not subscribed to my newsletter, be sure to subscribe to my newsletter too, because that way then I can keep you updated with everything that's happening. So I'll put my newsletter subscription link there in the comments. And yeah, so if you're not already subscribed to my newsletter, please subscribe so that I can keep you up to date with all of my news and Stampin' Up! News and what's happening. And also too, for anybody who subscribes to my newsletter, there is an exclusive tutorial bundle that you will receive for subscribing to my newsletter. So be sure to check that out as well. All right, so here are my swap cards. Now I've got them in little baggies, so there might be a little bit of crunchiness as I take them out, but I will show them to you. And these are super cute. So this one was created by my team member, Julie Bartolo. And Julie, I'm not sure if Julie's with us today. I didn't see her jump on, I don't think. But she might join us a little bit later. We'll see. But this one is from Julie, and this is super cute. And she has used the Rain or Shine Suite. You might have seen me create a card with this a couple of weeks ago. But this is super gorgeous. And look, she's even done the inside. Isn't that beautiful? And the cute little bunny. And she's got the bridge. And I love how she's added the little flower embellishments on the grass there as well, so that they look like they're actually flowering plants rather than just grass. So super, super cute. I love that. So thank you so much, Julie, for your swap. Really cute. All right, the next one we have, this one was from Beverly. Hang on one sec, I'll pull that one out. Beverly Peck. Beverly has created this gorgeous card using the On the Farm bundle from the Mini Catalogue. Oh, I was going to get the page numbers for you in case you're looking for them. Hang on a sec, I'll turn to the back of the catalogue for quick reference and we will get those. All right, so the let me go back to the Rain or Shine Suite, which was this one. Oh, that's a suite, so hang on a minute, I'll find that in, that is on page 50 to 51 in the Mini Catalogue. So if you want to, why don't I show you? I'll show you. And then that way you'll know exactly. So that's that one there. And we'll jump back to Beverly's in a minute. So this is the Rain or Shine Suite. Super cute. So you've got lots of beautiful samples in here too. The stamp set, the dies, which you can get as a bundle or separately, but get them together as a bundle. You'll want the bundle, and you'll save yourself 10% as well getting the bundle. Then you've got the raindrops embossing folder, the loose daisies, and you've got the beautiful designer series paper as well, which Julie's used in the background here. Okay, so that's that one. The next one is the On the Farm bundle. And the On the Farm bundle, let's find that in the catalogue. On the Farm, where are we? Page 34. Page 34. This actually might take me too long to keep doing this. I'm just thinking maybe I should just tell you what pages they're on. There it is, the On the Farm bundle. So you've got the stamp set. It has coordinating dies that cut out the images, and then you've got additional die cuts as well for some hills and the windmill and things like that. So that's what Beverly has used here. And then she's coordinated that with the Day at the Farm designer series paper from Celebration. That's one of the free designer series papers in the Celebration brochure, which goes with this bundle. So isn't that super cute? Really lovely. I love the little windmill. So cute. Yeah, so that is really beautiful. Now, if you get the bundle, the stamp set and the dies together as a bundle, that'll cost $90, and that will earn you a free Celebration item, which means you'd be able to choose the matching paper and get that for free. So isn't that just cool? So there you go. So thank you, Beverly, for your beautiful swap. Okay, the next one we have is from Amanda Fitzgerald, and this one is gorgeous as well. I'm actually going to move the catalogue away because it takes away from the beautiful project. So let's take this one out of the baggie. I've got so each of my team members, when they do their swaps, they put a little piece of paper in the back that gives us, tells us who created the swap and then the products that they've used. So that is really helpful. So then if we want to recreate the project, we've got all of the details there. So Amanda has highlighted the Country Floral Lane suite, and that is on pages 8 to 10 in the mini catalogue. But isn't that just so pretty? And she's done a multi-stamping technique here, probably using, did she use the Stampin' Right markers? Let's have a look. What did she use? Or she might have, ink pads. She used the Stamparatus. Stamp sets, ink pads, punches, embellishments. Oh, okay, so she did that with used the Stamparatus and the different ink pads to get the different colors of in the heart there. Really, really pretty. So that's beautiful. Let's see. Oh, and she's got some little hearts on the inside. Isn't that beautiful? Actually, I forgot to show the inside of Beverly's card, because she had used some of the stamps and created the little hill scene there as well, which is really lovely. Beautiful. Thank you, Amanda, for your gorgeous card. Very, very pretty. Now this one is from Roz Pedersen Court. And Roz has used there we go, By the Bay suite. And this is one that I love. I created with this suite, a few weeks ago now as well. And she's made a bridge fold card. So it's a fun fold card. You might have seen me make one of these last year, I think. We made one of these last year, and it stands up like that. So it's got this beautiful little scene, and then it folds flat to go in the envelope, fits in a standard size envelope. And you might think, well, where do you write the sentiment? But you write it over here, and she's decorated the back as well. Whoops. She's decorated the back. So you can put it down flat to write on it. And yeah, and then you have the greeting on the back there. But isn't that just so beautiful? I love this suite. It's gorgeous. So the By the Bay suite is on pages 22 to 23 of the mini catalogue. That's where you can find that. Yeah. All right, and then we had Robin's card. It's Robin with us today? I'm not sure if I saw Robin jump on earlier. I don't think she jumped on. Did she? I don't think Robin's here just yet. Okay, so this one was from Robin Falang, and she used, let me get the name of this stamp set, the Ballet Beauty stamp set. Really, really beautiful. So if you have got dancers in the family, or friends that are dancers, or children that are dancers, they would love this. And she's got the beautiful ballet slippers on the inside as well. And I'm not sure if you can tell on camera, but she has got the ballet slippers also stamped in the background as well. She's used I think she's used tone on tone, so it's Evening Evergreen. Actually, let's see, ink pads, Soft Succulent, Highland Heather. Oh, it doesn't say what color the background is. It's probably, I think it's tone on tone, so I think it would be Evening Evergreen. And so it's just a subtle image on the background there. Isn't that beautiful? So I'll tell you what page that one is on. That is the Ballet Beauty stamp set. It's a standalone stamp set. This one doesn't have dies. And it is on page 46 of the mini catalogue. So just really beautiful. I love those colours together though too. They go really well together. They're Fresh Freesia and Evening Evergreen. Isn't that beautiful? And she's Wink of Stella'd the tutu. So I don't know if you can see that in the light, but it's shimmery. So it looks really beautiful. Thank you, Robin, for your beautiful card. And then we've got Dimity's card. And I think Dimity is with us today, Dimity Foster. And I'll just get that out of the baggie. And here is Dimity's card with the cute little owl. That's the little owl from Celebration. But Dimity has highlighted the beautiful Designer Series paper. So she has used the Fancy Flora and the Dandy Design Designer Series paper. The Dandy Design Designer Series paper is from Celebration. The Fancy Flora is from the Mini Catalogue. So she has highlighted both of those. And the stamp set she's used is Beautifully Happy for the sentiment, and the Adorable Owls, which is a Celebration item. So, and we've got the 3 twine combo pack as well. The twine here is from the 3 twine combo pack, which is from the Mini Catalogue. And the iridescent rhinestones as well are from the Mini also. And she's used the stylish shape dies from the annual. So yeah, so that's a really great combination. How cute are these little circles? Really great combination of using those dies. They go really well. That's just actually one die set, so there's lots of dies in that set. In fact, I think we're using that die set today. So there you go. So thank you so much for your lovely card, Dimity. Awesome. So there we go. And now we have mine. Last but not least is my swap card, and this is what we're going to be creating today using the Taco Fiesta stamp set, which is super cute. Look at these cute little guys. We've got a little avocado, some guacamole, and a taco. And I love the sentiment. Holy guacamole, it's your birthday. So there we go. That's what we're going to be creating today. So I hope that you enjoy this. It's something a little bit fun, something bright and colourful. And I thought that it would be a lot of fun to make this one today. So here we go. Alrighty. So this is the stamp set that we are highlighting today, Taco Fiesta. It is on page, let me just find the page. Page 48. I will show you the page for this one because this is the stamp set that we are featuring today. Page 48 of the Mini Catalogue. Here it is here, Taco Fiesta. You get so many stamps in this stamp set. It's a standalone stamp set, so there's no dies that come with this one. It's just on its own. And it is a Million Sales Achiever stamp set designed by Erica Serwin in the US. And I love Erica's designs. She makes beautiful, beautiful projects. If you have never seen Erica Serwin, look her up. Her surname is Cerwin. But she makes beautiful projects, and I love the fun ideas in the catalogue here as well. Super cute. But you've got a piñata as well, and the lollies from the piñata. We've got corn chips. We're going to be using these corn chips. You've got little faces that you can add, as we have on ours, to turn these into characters. You've got a cactus there as well, a chili, some really cute sayings in there. It's just a really fun stamp set. So it's a photopolymer stamp set. I've taken out already the ones that we're using, which is quite a few of them. The other ones are still in here, but super, super cute. And the little, actually, I was just thinking the little piñata, you could even just use that as a little pony, a little horsey for maybe a child's birthday that loves horses or something. That would be really cute. But yeah, you get the little faces. The little faces come separately and you add them on. So you can add on whichever one you like. Now, a tip with this one, when you're adding the faces onto these ones, color the images first, and then with your Stampin' blends, and then stamp the faces, because otherwise the faces could bleed as you're coloring over them. So we're going to do coloring first, and then stamp the faces afterwards. All right, so that's what we are using. We're also going to be using a couple of die sets. So I've got the Stylish Shape dies that I just mentioned a moment ago. And we're going to be using the basic borders dies. You can see I keep all of my offcuts because I use those. So we're going to be using these as well to create this zigzag border. We've got the Stripes and Splatters 3D embossing folder, which I think I used last week too, actually. So 2 weeks in a row. Love the texture on this one. So we're using the stripes on this one again. And then we've got our Stampin' blends. We've got some inks. I'll tell you all about those as we go. And the embellishments I'll tell you as we go with those as well. So are we ready? Okay. Right. Let's bring in our kit. Now all of the dimensions, all of the measurements for this card. Oh, hey Jenny, how you going? Good timing. We are just getting started. Great to have you with us. All the measurements are going to be on my blog tomorrow, so be sure to check that out. I will post the blog link here in my Facebook page tomorrow. And yeah, for anyone who is watching over on YouTube, then yeah, just head over to my blog for the measurements there. Any of these products that you see today, you can find them in my online store at mandyspapercraftcreations.blogspot.com. Then click up the top on the shop button. Be sure to use my host code. All orders over $75 will receive a thank you gift from me. And remember, if your order is over $90, you'll also get to choose a free Celebration brochure. A free Celebration item from the Celebration brochure as well. So lots of great reasons to shop at the moment. Alrighty, so these are all the pieces. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with the die cutting first, and then we're going to do the stamping. Okay, so I'm going to pop my card over to the side. So I just keep that away from the ink so that I don't get any ink on anything. And we're going to die cut this one, this one, this one, and then we're going to emboss these two. Okay, so these pieces, so that's our card base. So it's a regular size card base, and then I've trimmed a bit off. As I said, the measurements will be on the on my blog. And then that piece we're going to be stamping onto as well. So we'll put those ones to the side for the moment. We'll bring in our mini, and this is the mini that you can get as part, the mini machine that you can get as part of your starter kit if you would like to, or if you already have a mini machine, then you can choose just to get the product. So it's $315 worth of product for only $169, and you get to choose what you would like to put in that starter kit. So if you need any help or you have any questions, feel free to get in contact with me. All right, so let's bring in our stylish, actually, you know what? We'll do our border first. We'll do our border first. So I've got these ones on magnet sheets. So these are the basic borders die from the annual catalogue. There we go. And I've got mine on magnet sheets, which helps to easily get them on and off rather than trying to peel them off those sticky sheets. And what we're going to do is we're just going to lay that down, and we're going to put the zigzag just along the edge there. Oh, I will need some washi just to hold that down. I'll get some washi, or you could use you can use post-it notes as well. We're just going to line that up along the edge there, as close to the edge as you can get it without going off the edge, and trying to get that nice and straight. And we'll just tape that down. There we go. Oh, that one didn't want to stay down. All right, stay there. Stay. I think it's not wanting to stay because my plate is a bit warped, because this plate has been used many times. Hopefully it'll stay there till I get the other plate on top. Oh, there we go. Good. Got it. Okay. And then, oops, move that over a little bit. There we go. Get it started and off we go. So this might bump the camera a little bit as I do this, so I apologize if it's a little bit shaky. There we go. Okay, so we'll take that washi off. Keep that because we'll reuse that. And there we've got our cute little border piece. Oh, got something on there from the little bit of cardstock from the plate. There we go. So there we've got our cute little border, and it's got a stitched edge as well. So it's got the stitch detail edge there too, which I love. I love anything that's stitched. Okay, and then we've got this tiny little strip. Now, if you might want to keep this tiny little strip for another project as well. So don't throw them out. I like to keep all my little bits and pieces because I do use them on other projects. All right, so we'll pop this one back on the magnetic sheet and put that away. And now we'll die cut our other shapes. So we need, for this one, for this square piece, we need the large circle from the Stylish Shapes dies. Okay, so we'll get, these ones are also on magnetic sheets. I use these ones a lot. So the ones I put on magnetic sheets are usually the ones I use frequently. So we'll take the largest circle. Just double check that it is the largest one. Yep. So the largest circle. There we go. And we'll pop a little bit of washi on there too. And I wonder if we can fit the other one at the same time. Yes, we should be able to. And we're going to get the, so there's the little banners. You've got the two long banners and then the two short banners. It's the largest of the shorter ones that we're using. Okay. And we'll die cut that at the same time. Now this is a straight edge die, so we don't want to put that straight through the rollers like that. We're going to put it at a little bit of an angle, and that helps it to feed through the machine so that you don't get that speed bump. Because otherwise, yeah, whenever any die is straight edged, it's easier for the machine to feed it through if it's at a slight angle. I think I just said the same thing twice then. Forgive me. Well, at least hopefully I got my point across. There we go. So we'll put those both through at the same time. Oh, we're going to run into our card over there. There we go. Okay, so now we've got, oh, my top plate's a bit dirty. There we go. We've got our large circle. And we've got our banner for our sentiment. There we go. We'll just pop these dies straight back onto the magnetic sheet, because we need to look after our dies, make sure that we don't lose them and they go back into the packets. I see so many posts from people saying, does anybody know where this die belongs? And I always think to myself, just put your dies away straight after you use them and you won't lose them. There we go. So it's straight in the packet, so they're nice and safe. All right, and now, so that's our die cutting. So that was pretty easy, just 3 pieces. And now we're going to do some embossing. So grab that embossing folder. Where have I put it? Oh, there it is. It's hiding. Okay, so grab the embossing folder. Feel free to... Oh, Julie's here now. Hi, Julie. I showed your card. I showed all of our swap cards. And yeah, so I was talking about you earlier, showing your beautiful card with your cute little bunny. Now we're embossing both of these pieces, so we can pop them both in there together on the embossing folder. So just try and line up where I want that embossed detail. There we go. And for this one, we're going to use our #1 base plate, and then we put our embossing folder. This is a 3D embossing folder, and then we have a grey plate for our 3D. Now your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, both the large one and the small one, they come with the instructions on the plates, so it tells you which layers you need for your plates, or as we call it, a sandwich, which sandwich you need for the different things that you're using, because we have regular embossing folders, 3D embossing folders, and then we've got our dies as well. There we go, or a bit of a pop at the end, just as it comes off the edge of that embossing folder. There we go, so we've got our real red, and we've got our embossed detail on there now. So can you see that? If I hold that up to the camera, and see how we've got that embossed detail on there now. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, great. So that is all our die cutting and embossing done. So that was nice and quick and easy, and we'll pop our machine away. So yeah, so the machines come with, the mini machine comes with all of the plates that you need to get started, including the embossing plates. So that is awesome. It means that you don't need to buy additional ones. Over time, you'll probably need to replace your cutting plates, because they do get cut up over time, and they get a little bit warped, you know, with a lot of use and things like that. So you can replace them, but they don't cost very much to replace. Okay, so there's all of our pieces ready to go. We'll pop these extra bits in the recycling. And what we'll do is we will do our stamping now. So we want now our 2 white pieces and our crushed curry piece, and these ones will get put aside now. Okay, so I'll do my sentiment first, and we are just using 2 ink pads today. So most of our stamping is going to be done with the tuxedo, the Memento Tuxedo Black, and we're going to stamp some corn chips with the Daffodil Delight onto the crushed curry. Okay, but we'll do our Tuxedo Black first, our Memento. Now, when I made this the first time, I didn't actually use my Stampin' Pierce mat. Normally I use my Stampin' Pierce mat, but I found that when I used the Stampin' Pierce mat for the little characters, I was getting a very heavy line when I was using the Stampin' Pierce mat. I don't know if I was just pressing too hard or what it was. So I'll give it a go again today without the Stampin' Pierce mat, but I will put some grid paper underneath me, because I get a bit messy with my ink sometimes, and I'm likely to, yeah, over ink something. So, all right, so we'll just stamp our sentiment in the middle there. So that one you can give a firm press, because we want beautiful. Look, that stamped lovely. Okay, fantastic. All right, so we'll put that aside. We'll give that one a clean straight away. Just move my card up there. Get my chamois, my chamois, as I like to call it. Dry it off. There we go. All right. Okay, and now we'll stamp our characters in the Memento. So I'm going to stamp my little guacamole first. Then I'll stamp the taco, and then the avocado. I was going to call him a corn chip. He's not a corn chip. Guacamole. All right, let's see. Where's my little bowl of guacamole? There it is. There it is. All right. So when I'm stamping, especially with photopolymer in particular, when I'm inking up a photopolymer stamp with Memento, because it's a linen pad and it's quite a firm pad, what I like to do is I like to rub it around and then tap. and that gives a better coating of ink on your stamp. So yeah. Oh yes, you will have to watch back on the replay, Julie. Yes, I showed them all and talked about them, and highlighted the Mini Catalogue products that each of you used in your swaps. So yeah, they were all so lovely, so beautiful. I love card swaps. It's really fun. All right. Oh, I stamped this one. I just realized I stamped this one down a bit lower this time than on my last card. So these might be positioned just a little bit differently. See, I'm talking, I'm not paying attention. Focus, Mandy. Pay attention. That's okay. That's all right. It'll still be good. All right, so we're going to pop our little taco up here. There we go. Beautiful. I'll leave that one there for a moment. I'll clean that when I clean my avocado because it won't have the ink on it too long. So rub, 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 tap, tap, tap. My little avocado is going to go over here, but I need room for his hat. So, oh gosh, have I left myself enough room? Oh, I hope I've left enough room for his hat. Okay, we'll see how we go. If I have to cut another one and stamp another one, I will do that. But let's see, am I going to fit that hat on? Oh, I think I might just fit it. The hat's only little. He's going to have his little Mexican hat on. You know what? I think I'm going to have to buy a Mexican hat for dress ups. I wish I had had one today to wear when I made this card. That would have been fun. There we go. Oh, look, I got it lined up. Yay. And it just fit inside the border, which is good. I've stamped them a little bit differently placed to the first one, but that's okay. That's all right. It's all good. Every card is unique and different, aren't they? It's all good. It'll still be cute. They're just having a little party and they're dancing around, aren't they? They're dancing around on that circle. They're moving. Okie dokie. So we're going to not stamp their faces yet. We're going to do all the colouring first and then we're going to stamp their faces. But before we colour this, we need to let that ink dry because we're going to be colouring with our Stampin' blends. If I went ahead and started to colour that straight away, you'd see that it would bleed quite a bit. So we're going to set that aside just to let that dry for a little bit. And then we will, we'll come back in and we'll colour that in a moment. All right, so meanwhile, we are going to stamp our corn chips because, of course, we need corn chips with our guacamole. And we're going to stamp them on the background. So we've got these 3 cute little corn chips. And we're just going to stamp these randomly all over the background, and we're going to keep turning our stamp so that they are in different directions. And these are just going to go everywhere. Some of them will be covered up, but I just want to make sure that I basically fill the majority of this with the corn chips. So it's like making our own background or our own designer series paper. So I'm working, you'll notice that I'm working from right to left, or you could do it left to right, either which way, but I'm working over towards the edge so that I make sure that I've got space to fill in here in the middle, because I don't want to run out of room to fit them in. There we go. Cute. Look at that. Isn't that fun? Now I feel like eating nachos. Maybe I'll have nachos for afternoon tea. Well, it'll kind of be, yeah, a late afternoon tea. Early dinner, perhaps? Maybe I could have them for dinner. Maybe. That would be yummy. Am I making you hungry? Are you all feeling like eating Mexican food now? Tacos. Avocado. I've got a beautiful avocado in the fridge at the moment, actually. I had it ripening in my fruit bowl over the last couple of days. And I checked it this morning. I'm just going to have a sip of my tea. I checked it this morning and it was nice and ripe. So I popped it in my veggie keeper in my fridge. Oh, my tea's actually still very hot. I've got English breakfast tea today. What's everyone else drinking? Are you having a cuppa today? Or is it too hot for you to have a cuppa? Are you having something cold? Tacos. You feel like tacos, Laurie? Yum. Yes. Tacos are pretty much a staple in our household because my son and I love tacos. So I cook spaghetti meat up and I cook noodles for my husband because he doesn't like corn chips. So he won't eat the corn chips or the taco shells. So he has spaghetti. And then my son and I usually have the tacos because I'm gluten-free, but I can eat the corn chips or the taco shells, but I can't eat my husband's pasta. And it would mean I may need to cook extra pasta and, you know, it's just a hassle. So, so yeah. So we usually have that at least once a week, if not, well, once a fortnight, if not once a week. Yeah. But guacamole, I haven't had a good guacamole dip for a while. That would be yummy. Got an avocado actually. Maybe I should make some. I wonder if I've got corn chips in the cupboard at the moment. I know I've got taco shells. I'm not sure if I've got corn chips. Maybe I'll make some guacamole. What do you put in guacamole? I'll have to look up. I normally buy it. I cheat and I buy it. I don't make my own. What goes in guacamole? I know it's avocado. Lemon, I think. What else? What else goes in there? All right, I'm going to put some of these pieces together now, and I'm still giving those images a little time to dry before I color them. We're going to come back to them. So, is it paprika? Does paprika go into? Oh, jalapenos. Oh, they're spicy. I don't like jalapenos. Do I have to put jalapenos in? Amber said jalapenos go into guacamole. I wonder if I could use something else instead of jalapenos. So I don't like chili. It's too spicy. I don't do spice. There we go. So we're putting in our little embossed striped red piece in there. And then we're going to put our, what do you call it? Zigzag. No, not zigzag. Zigzag? No. What do you call it? Zigzag. It is a zigzag, isn't it? Zigzag border in there. We're going to put that on top of the red. You could probably use cherry tomato. Oh, cherry tomatoes. Yes, good idea, Julie. We've got a lot of them at the moment too in our veggie garden. Chili. Ah, that would be yummy. Cherry tomatoes, avocado. Is it paprika they put in there? A little squeeze of lemon to stop it going brown. And is it paprika or is it something else they put in? There we go. So we've got our cute little border. And now we've got to put this piece on the front as well. I probably should have put that on first actually, but it doesn't matter. It can still go on. What does everybody like in their tacos? Well, actually, do you eat tacos? Because some people, well, like my husband, don't like tacos because they don't like corn chips. What do you all like on your tacos if you are a taco eater? And if you don't like tacos, you can let me know that too. All right, so we're going to create a little border, just a little white border with our corn chips. So on our tacos here at home, well, my son and I do ours differently, but I like to have lettuce. So I like to shred the lettuce on the bottom, then the meat. Oh no, wait on, which way do I do it? I put meat first, that's right. So I do the meat, which I've cooked with herbs, garlic and tomato paste and water. Like I water down the tomato paste a little bit so it's not too strong. And then, so I'm putting this little strip over here. Oops, slide that down a little bit. So I do the meat, then the lettuce, then I do diced tomato, and then I do shredded cheese, and then sometimes I will add to the top some salsa, if we've got salsa in the yeah. Oh yeah, and the meat, the beef is, the ground beef is in the spaghetti sauce. Yeah. Laurie does, she cooks ground beef. She puts ground beef, lettuce, tomato, and cheese. Oh, yeah, similar to us. Yeah, my son likes sweet chili sauce on his too. So he doesn't have tomato on his, but sometimes he'll put salsa on, but he likes sweet chili sauce on his as well. He likes sweet chili sauce on lots of things, actually. It's all right, but yeah, I like salsa. Salsa's yummy. And if we've got cream, not cream cheese, sour cream, then sour cream as well. That makes it really yummy. Sour cream definitely in a burrito though too. Maybe you like burritos. There's a burrito in this set as well, I think. Yes, look, there's a little burrito as well. So maybe you like the soft tacos, which we call here burritos. Some places they call them soft tacos. Some places they call burritos. But they're yummy as well. I do love sour cream in mine. And I like a spiced meat in that. Well, not spicy because I don't do heavy spice, but I like, we buy a taco seasoning, I think it's taco seasoning mix, and I mix that just in with the mince in the pan, and that makes like a spiced meat, but it's not hot. And on burritos, I like to have that with the salad, and then sour cream and salsa. That's really yummy too. All right, so that's the basis of our card while we're talking about food. We're probably all hungry, probably all getting ready for dinner. Well, that's here if you're in Australia. Overseas, though, you are probably in the morning. So you've probably just... what time is it where you are, Laurie, actually? Is it night time for you, or is it early morning? I'm not even sure now. Dimity says she doesn't like corn chips, so she uses wraps to make burritos. Yep. Oh, you're welcome for showing your swap card. They're beautiful. All the swap cards were so beautiful. Everyone did such a great job. Yeah. Oh, Julie said she just Googled, and a simple recipe is tomatoes. Oh, this is for guacamole. Tomatoes, red onion, garlic, lime, salt, and pepper to taste. Okay, so that goes in with the avocado. Yum. Oh, thanks, Julie. Don't have any limes. Maybe I need to start growing limes. We have lemons, but they're not ripe yet. But I don't have limes. Oh, Dimity uses chicken mince. That would be yummy too. For both tacos and burritos, that would be great. Rose said that my tacos sound like hers. Yes, good. So we might have similar tastes, Rose. Laurie said in the meat she uses taco seasoning. Oh, and yes, sour cream. Yes, yum. Rose likes sweet chili sauce as well, but not just chilies from a jar. Same as me, Rose. Yes, I don't like it hot. Oh, and Laurie said it's 1:05 a.m. Oh, it's early hours, Laurie. You're going to go to bed dreaming of food. And then tomorrow morning you'll be planning your you'll be planning your menu for dinner tomorrow night. Your tea. Do you call it tea or dinner? Your evening meal. In different places of Australia, we call it different things. It depends. In some of the country areas, or even the different states, they call it tea. So I grew up with my mum calling it tea, but yeah, in my family, my husband and my children, we call it dinner, which is the main meal. But then I guess in the country areas, they often call it, oh yeah, you call it dinner or supper. Yeah, that's right, because in America they use the word supper a lot, don't they? Yeah. In a lot of different places, they have their main meal in the middle of the day, especially in the older generation. So if they have their hot meal, for instance, in the middle of the day, then they'll often call that dinner. So it gets a bit confusing. Easy just to say evening meal. Rose says, Laurie, how do you stay awake so late? You're a night owl like me, Laurie. I'm never in bed before 1 or 2 or sometimes 3, sometimes 4, but 4 I've usually hit the wall by then. All right, so now we're doing some colouring. Keep talking amongst yourselves, everyone. I'm just letting you know which colours we're using for anyone that's wanting to know. All right, so we're going to start with the guacamole bowl first. And I wrote this all down because I knew I was going to forget the colours. Hang on one sec for which colour was which. Now, as I said, all of the measurements for this will be on my blog as well. So don't worry about any measurements or anything for any of the pieces today. I will put them on the blog for you. All right, so the guacamole bowl, we are using the some of the natural tone blends, and we are using number 400 and number 600. They will blend nicely together. So we're going to start with those. So let's see, which one is the darker one? This one. I always forget which one is which. Oh, my glasses. Wait, I need my glasses for colouring. Let me grab them. You know, you get to that age where you, for any detailed work, you need to put your glasses on. I can see okay, but otherwise, if I don't put my glasses on, when I finish doing anything that's close up, my vision goes blurry, and it takes a while for my my eyes to adjust again. So I'm just going to do a line of the dark around the edge first, and that's the 400. And then I'm going to use the lighter one, which is the 600. I am going to be putting the facial features on, Julie. Yep, but I'm going to be putting them on after I colour, because otherwise they bleed if you colour over them with your blends, and I didn't want them to bleed. So the other thing I'm being careful about too is, as I'm blending the edge of that darker colour, is to not go too close to the edge of the line, because I don't want it to bleed out of the edge. So just being a little bit careful with that. There we go. So there's our little bowl. Now, if we want to blend that a little bit more, we can come in with a little bit more dark. I'll just put a little bit more dark there and there. And then we can blend that back in. So it depends on how you like to do it. Some people like to start with the light and then do the dark. Some people like to start with the dark and then blend that with the light. It doesn't really matter which way you do it. It'll blend either way. Yeah, it's just preference, really. There we go. So we've got a little bit of shadowing there on the bowl, which is great. Good. Oh, and we better do the little feet there too. Good. All right. Now, for the guacamole itself, we are using the light and dark granny apple green. And I'm only going to use, wait, which one's which? That's the dark. I'm only going to use a tiny bit of dark just on these little bits here. And then the rest is going to be light. And I'm just using the bullet tip. These, if you haven't seen the Stampin' blends before, they are dual tip markers. So we've got a brush tip on one end and the bullet tip on the other end. But because I'm only colouring a small section at the moment, I'm just using the bullet tip so that I've got better control of where that colour is going. There we go. Good. So that's my cute little guacamole, and I'll add the little face on afterwards. Alrighty. Now we need the taco. So the taco is in Daffodil Delight. So we've got the light and the dark Daffodil Delight. So I'm going to do a little bit of dark here where that little detail is, that little spotty detail. So we'll do some along there. And I'm just going to turn that around. I'm going to go along the edge here. Up to there. And then the rest I'm going to do with the light. So this is a bigger area, so I might like to use, let me see, I might use the brush tip. Actually, my brush tip on my daffodil is getting a little bit shaggy, because this is one that I've used quite a bit, and sometimes they get a little bit shaggy over time, so I do replace them from time to time, although they last a long time. I haven't really replaced very many of them at all, actually. There we go. I'll just blend this a little bit. When you're blending, you don't want to work it too much, because if you work it too much, it will actually start to bleed out of the cardstock, out of the lines, sorry. So you don't want to work that too much. All right. Actually, while we've got the Daffodil Delight out, I'm just going to do the hat of the avocado. The very tip of the hat is the dark Daffodil Delight. So just using the bullet tip so I've got better control. There we go. All right. Laurie said that she works late, so it's hard for her to get right to sleep. Yeah. Ah, there you go, Rose. That's why she's up so late. Bit like me. I work late. My day starts late and then I work late, and then it's hard to switch off when you go to bed. All right, so for the taco, we are going to use, the lettuce is the light granny apple green. So this one here, the light granny apple. So we'll do the lettuce pieces with that. I'm kind of like a shift worker, even though my work is Stampin' Up, or yeah, that's what I do. I work, yeah, I sort of work shift work. I like working in my craft room late at night because it's quieter and I can get more done. Mind you, now that my husband has gone back to work in the office, hang on a sec, what are we doing? Dark red for the tomato. Yep, dark real red. Oh, if I can get the cap off, there we go. Yes, it's a little bit quieter through the day, but when he was working from home a lot, he does still work from home some days. So some days he is here. But when he is working from home, he's on the phone a lot with his job. So it's quite disruptive. I mean, he's in another room, but still disturbs me a little bit, distracts me. And we're going to do the hat while we're doing the red. So yeah, so I guess I kind of got into the habit of just working late into the evening and early hours of the morning once he's gone to bed, because it's quieter and I get more done. All right, and then we're going to use some of the light real red for the hat. Just that top part of that little zigzag on the hat. There we go. And when you're doing these little sections, you just basically just dab, just those little edge pieces. I just dabbed and same with the tomato and the lettuce, you're just dabbing the bullet tip just lightly on the cardstock, because it will absorb quite quickly into the cardstock and it will spread. Now I've got here some light mossy meadow, and I'm just going to go around the outside of the avocado with the light. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm going to do that last, because we're going to do the lighter color first. I'll do that bit last. We'll do the avocado in the granny apple green first, the dark and the light. I'm going to do a little bit of dark down here for a little bit of shadowing. And we'll bring that up sort of here. We'll take that right up. There we go. And then we'll go in with the light. So it's always good to, yeah, if you're doing any added darker color, do the other colors first, the lighter colors first. So then you can just do the darker color over the top rather than accidentally blend in that darker color in with your lighter color, if that makes sense. If you don't want it to blend. I mean, if you want it to blend, obviously that's okay, but if they're colors that you don't want to blend together, then yeah, you just have to do them in sections and just do it carefully. There we go. And then we'll just go back over that dark a little bit to blend that in a little. There we go. That's looking good. Great. Okay. And then for the seed, oh, I didn't write down which color I used for the seed. I know the mossy meadow I used for the outside. The seed, let's see, the seed is the same as the bowl. Oh, did I used the light and the dark actually. That's what I did. That one's the darker one. I always forget which number is the darker. The lower number is the darker number. I think that's right. Yeah, the lower number is the darker number. The higher the number. So that's the 400 I just used. The 600 is the lighter colour. There we go. So I don't want that to blend in with the green, so I'll just do that carefully. There we go, beautiful. And now we'll go around the outside with the light mossy meadow. And just very light hand, because you've got just a very small, narrow section to put that colour in, and we don't want that to bleed. So we're just going, because what happens with the blends is they absorb into the cardstock, but once you lay the colour down, they keep sort of absorbing into the cardstock, so they can very easily blend outside of the lines or bleed outside of the lines. So you've got to sort of just use a really light hand and just do a little bit at a time. There we go. So there's our coloured images. So I'll pop all the blends aside and we'll get our little faces ready. Oh, hey Glenda, how are you? It's great to see you. Haven't seen you for a while. How have you been? Hi Martha. Oh, that's okay, no worries. We are playing with the Taco Fiesta stamp set today, and I'm creating my swap card, my team swap card that I made for our team swap. All right, so I'm just giving that a moment to dry before I stamp the faces on it. So I'll just tell you which embellishments we're going to be using today. We're going to add a little bow with the 2022 to 2024 in colour Baker's Twine pack, and we're using the sweet sorbet, that's the one. Went blank then for a moment. So we'll take that one out to do a little bow, and then we're just using some rhinestone basic jewels as well, which we'll add on once we've put this layer on the card. I'm just going to tie, should just move that ink out of the way for a minute. I'm just going to tie this bow, giving this a little bit of time to dry a bit more, but we'll tie our bow while we're waiting. Just tying that straight off the roll, off the spool. So I don't know how much that is that I'm using, because I like to, that's how I like to do it. It's just straight off the spool, because then you don't get as much wastage. Whoops. Except this one's wanting to be a little bit difficult. It's twisting on me. Come on, untwist. There we go. Good. There we go. All right, so I'll trim that. Let's get my snips. We'll trim that. We might need to trim those tails a little bit because I think they're going to be a bit long, but that's okay. We'll just keep it that length for the moment. We can adjust that. Oh, that's twisted again. As soon as I let it go, it twisted again. Hopefully when I put it down on the glue dot, because I'll adhere this with a glue dot, hopefully when I do that, it won't want to twist anymore. There we go. Okay. All right, so we've got to stamp our little faces. So I've got 3 little faces. There's actually 5. There's 5 different faces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to use 3 of those. So I'm going to use the little smiley face, the little moustache, and the little winky face. So I've already put them on some blocks. So here they are. So there's our moustache face, our smiley face, and this is our little winky face. All right. So we're going to do our little, well, we might start up here with our taco, with our moustache face. Now, the moustache, because it's a solid shape, you've got to make sure you get a lot of ink on that moustache for it to stamp nicely, because otherwise it can be a little blotchy. So make sure you've got a good coverage of ink on that moustache before you stamp it. And if you want to test it, you can test it on your scrap paper first. All right, so we're just going to stamp that onto our little taco. And hopefully yay! Look at that! How cute! So cute. All right, we're going to put our little smiley face. Oh, got ink on my finger. Smiley face on our avocado. Beep. And the trick with these is not to push too hard. with those little faces, because if you push too hard, I'll see if I can show you on the paper. So if you push too hard, it squishes out the, oh, you probably can't see that. It's not close enough to the camera. I'll hold it up and show you in a minute. But if you push too hard, it squishes out the photopolymer, and then it becomes a bit splodgy, and it's not really crisp and clear. So in fact, with that face, I probably stamped just slightly a little bit too hard, but I've got away with it, so it's not too bad. But yeah, just do straight down, straight up, and you'll get a better image. So let's see if I could do it better with the little bowl. All right, so this is the little smiley face. No, the winky face. Let's just see. Yep. Okay, so there we go. That was much better. So see how with the avocado, I pressed a little bit harder and the lines became a bit thicker, whereas with the little winky face, they're much finer. So it depends if you want it thicker or finer, but just be careful if you press too hard, because if it squishes out too far, you'll get like a blurred image. Okay, with the moustache, you need to press a little bit firmer because of the moustache. You want to get that nice and heavy. Okay, so there we go. So there's our cute little characters. Aren't they just so adorable? Let's give these stamps a clean, and then we'll be ready to put it all together. These ones are easy to clean because they're only so little. There we go. Done. Okie dokie. Now what we want to do is we want to put, actually I can move this away now, this grid paper. We're going to put some dimensionals on the back of this one, and we're going to pop that up, and the same with our sentiment as well. So I'll just grab my Take Your Pick tool. This is my favorite tool. If you don't already have a Take Your Pick tool, you need one of these multi-purpose tools. There's so many different attachments with this, and you can do lots of different things with it. It also has a die brush attachment to get all those little bits and pieces out of your intricate dies. It's got a putty end that you can use. It's got sticky putty in the end there, and you can get refills for this too. They just screw out. That is great for picking up small embellishments or small pieces of cardstock. This one is a piercing tool, but I also use this to pick up my embellishments. It's got a spatula end, which mine is now nice and clean because I degunked it all just recently. And it also comes with a stylus tool, which is double-ended, and it has two sizes of round styluses as well, which is great for debossing or shaping items as well. So yeah, so these are great tools. All right, so let's pop some dimensionals onto this one. So I'm going to pop my dimensionals more towards the center because I am going to be having it just go over the edge. It's more that side. Just going over the edge a little bit of the red piece. And I will put, let's see, we want to not put some on that corner. So we want to put one in the middle there. And actually I might put some minis. I'll put some minis. I'll put one down here, and I'll put one out here. There we go. If you don't have minis, you can always cut down your large ones. One thing I didn't mention too, when you're using your Stampin' blends, if you haven't used them before, you'll notice that they bled through the cardstock, and especially if you're blending two different colors. So if you're going over it a lot, it will bleed through your cardstock. So make sure that you do use something like grid paper or scrap paper underneath your cardstock to protect your desk so that it doesn't bleed through onto your desk or your tabletop. All right, so we're going to add our images now onto our cardstock. So we'll get that lined up. They're going to go up here, and I'm going to just have them overlapping a little bit. We want our bowl straight, and the other two are going to be at an angle. There, like so. There we go. Glenda says she's good, but the daylight savings is messing you up. Oh, you keep forgetting to watch an hour earlier. Ah, that's why I haven't seen you. Oh, there you go. Yeah, daylight savings, it catches a lot of people out, doesn't it? Okay, so now for this piece, because it's going to be overlapping, remember this is opening that way, so we don't want any of these dimensionals going off the edge, because then it will stick to this panel, which we don't want. So we have to make sure that it is within, yeah, that's okay. I have to make sure that it's within, that dimensional is within that edge there. And I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue up on this corner, because that's where it's going to overlap the circle. And we want that bit to stick. We don't want that to lift later. So just add a little bit of glue there. All right, so check where your dimensional is. So mine's just within that, little arrow piece there, I guess you'd call it. And we're going to pop that down there like that. And then you just check before you press it down tightly to make sure your adhesives aren't going to stick to this layer here. Then we can press that down. So cute, look at that. All right, so let's add our ribbon and our bling. Whoops. Actually, we can use those ones. Those are the ones that just fell out of the packet. I've got bits of packet here and there because I've combined a couple of different packets into one pack rather than have, because sometimes, you know, you run out of the large ones and you have to open up another packet to get some more large ones because you get lots and lots of small ones. And so rather than having several packets in the container, I just put them all in one packet. All right, so we'll add our bow first. So we'll get out some mini glue dots. Love these mini glue dots for using for my my ribbons and trims, baker's twine. So I'm just going to roll it into a ball because this is baker's twine. And we only need a small amount. So if you find that you have too much, you can actually break these glue dots apart. If you have nails, just use your nails and your take your pick tool. There we go. So I've made that a smaller globby of glue now, which is good for baker's twine because baker's twine is only quite fine. Oh. There we go. And we use that just to roll that in a ball because the this, I don't know what you call it. It's like a waxed, it's almost like a waxed, or it's like a shiny surface that the glue dots are attached to. So you can use that to actually mold your glue dot because it won't stick to it. All right, so then we're just going to put a little glue dot on the back of our twine there. On you go. It's wanting to stick to my take your pick tool. There we go. And we're just going to pop that. Oh, this one keeps on wanting to twist. I'm going to pop that up here. There we go. And then we can trim those because they are a tad too long. We'll trim those down a little bit. You can have them whatever length you like. And then I always like to add a little bit of texture and just untwist the ends and roughen them up a little bit with my fingers just to separate those fibers a little bit. I always like to do that with baker's twine. You can leave it blunt on the end if you like, but I always like to have the feathered sort of look with my baker's twine. There we go. And then we need our bling. All right, so let's use these two little ones up first. So we're going to pop a couple up here. There we go. So that packet's finished. And then we'll use one from here and we'll pop that down there. And there we go. There is our cute little Taco Fiesta card. What do you think? Aren't they just so cute and fun? You see how I positioned them a little bit differently this time? Yeah, I just stamped him up a little, well, I stamped him down a little bit lower actually. And you can see how this one's got a heavier face than this one because I pressed a little bit harder there, but that's a good example of when you press a bit harder and when you press a bit lighter. So it depends on how heavy you want the face. I actually prefer it a little bit lighter like on this one, but I was a bit heavy-handed today. But that's okay, it's still cute. So there you go. Ah, you like it, Glenda? And Laurie likes it too. Everyone's saying so cute. Yeah. It's a really cute stamp set to play with, the Taco Fiesta. If you haven't seen it before, take a closer look at it in the catalogue. It's super, super cute, fun to play with. I want to do a piñata with the little piñata and the lollies, or candy, as you would probably say, Laurie, in America. Candy, we call them lollies. But yeah, I want to do something with that. That would be really cute. And the little cactus is cute too. And of course you've got the burrito. So I think I need to make another one of these now with using some of the other characters. What do you think? Not now, not right now live, but yeah, afterwards. Yeah, super fun stamp set. So check that out. As I said, all of the measurements will be up on my blog tomorrow for you. So be sure to check that out. A good light-hearted card. Yes, well done. Thank you, Rose. Yeah. The sentiments in this are really fun. You spice up my life. You're not your average friend, as in not your average friend. You're not your average friend. Holy guacamole, it's your birthday. That's the one I've used today. And long time no taco. That's fun. So yeah, just something a bit fun. Cute cards, Dimity, you like them? Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to cover up the camera. I'll tip it back up face to face. So bear with me for one moment. Here we go. I'll just cover it up for a moment while I do all the adjustments so you don't get dizzy. Here we go. Oops. Oh, I did that one up very tight today. Sometimes I don't know my own strength. I do them up tighter than I think I do. There we go. And I'll remember to flip the cameras this week. Last week when I did that, I forgot to flip the cameras and we were upside down on the roof and back to front and we were all over the place, weren't we? Ooh. Oh, my light's going to fall. Did tighten up the screws on that the other day. Maybe they need readjusting. There we go. I have to adjust the lights because otherwise, I've only got one set of lights in here because I don't have space for two sets, one for the desk and one for forward facing. And if I don't adjust them, then it's really dark because my ceiling light is actually behind me. So it casts shadows. Yeah. So it's not a good look. So there we go. So there's our cute little Taco Fiesta card. So there we go. So this little ribbon is going to sit over my little avocado guy or girl, dude. There we go. There. Isn't it just so cute? I feel like they want to dance. I wish they had little legs or something too. Wouldn't that be cute? You could draw them on. You could draw, if you wanted them dancing, like dancing like what is it, like a festival, like a Mexican festival, you know, where they're playing music and dancing. You could draw little legs on with a Stampin' Right marker. Actually, do you know the black Stampin' Right marker, you can purchase these separately, individually, whereas all the other colors, they come in the color families. But the black one, you can actually purchase individually. And I double checked this the other day because I'm looking at doing some scrapbooking soon. So stay tuned for that. It's coming. But yes, my Stampin' Right marker has run out on the bullet tip. So I needed to order a new one. So it's on my list for my next order to get one. And yeah, and I checked and I found them. So yeah, you can find them, the black Stampin' Right marker, you actually find them on the page in the annual catalogue that has all of, if you're looking in the actual catalogue. Otherwise in the online store, just type in black Stampin' Right marker or Stampin' Right marker black and it should come up. But it's with all the colour, the pages that has all the colour families, where you've got all the ink pads and the cardstock. That's where you can find the code for that one. Or just put it in the online store. That's easier. So look out for, oh, how is little Callie going? She's good, thank you, Glenda. Yeah, she's good. She's much more cuddly now. So she's on a higher dose of medication now. So she's still a little bit reactive to things, but nowhere near as bad as what she was before. But she's become very cuddly now. She's always asking us to pick her up and give her cuddles and sit on our laps, whereas before we couldn't really touch her very much. So she's going really well. She just gets a bit cranky at night time. She doesn't like for us to take her upstairs to bed at night time when she's tired. So she gets a little bit gnarly just then. So we have to be careful how we handle her at that time. But we've kind of got a system. We've worked out what works. She's very much food orientated. So, because that's come, I guess, through her training. So, yeah, so we just have to give her chicken to be able to take her up to bed, and that seems to work. But yeah, no, she's going really well. She's really healthy, doing really well, eating really well. She's on other medication now for her tummy, so she's not vomiting anymore either, because she was vomiting a lot before too. She just had a really sensitive tummy. We're used to that with our animals. Comes with our family, upset tummies. We're all a bit like that. But yeah, no, she's doing really well. She's upstairs with Amber at the moment because we have a neighbour who drives past with his music blaring every afternoon and throughout the day if he's coming and going, especially on weekends. And she doesn't like it, and she gets upset every time he drives past. So we're trying to desensitize her to that at the moment. So because of that, we don't keep her downstairs when I'm filming. She stays upstairs with Amber because then she won't hear him. So yeah, but apart from that, she's pretty good. Yeah, she's doing well. Much better in the car too. She's very settled in the car now too. She goes in her crate in the car and she just lays down, and she doesn't sleep, I don't think. She just lays there quite calm, which is good. Whereas before we couldn't take her anywhere. She would just bark and bark and bark and bark and bark. She was so anxious. But yeah, really good. Thank you for asking. One day I'll get Amber to bring her into the craft room so that I can show her to everybody. She's not particularly clean at the moment though. She's due to go back to the groomer in a couple of weeks, I think. And she needs a good wash. Yeah. So yeah, well, I hope everyone has a great week. Now, some of you may know already and some of you may not know, but I'm actually going live twice a week now. So I also go live on Thursday mornings at 11 a.m, which is Australian Eastern Daylight Time. Daylight Time, Glenda. 11 a.m. Sydney time, let's just say that, on Thursday mornings. And I already have a really cute project prepped and planned for you for Thursday. So come along to see that. Oh, you'd love to see her, Martha? Yeah, I'll get Amber to bring her down. Maybe next week I'll get her to bring her down either at the beginning or at the end of my live so that you can all see her. But yeah, she's a little bit of a scruff at the moment. We have to give her a brush first before you see her. she's a bit of a scruffy at the moment. Yeah, so be sure to come along to Thursdays if you're available, Thursday morning. If not, I'll look forward to seeing you again next Monday afternoon at 4 o'clock Sydney time. But I hope that you get some crafting in this week. Oh yes, Amber said it does depend on her mood too. So we won't make any promises about when she's able to come and have a visit. Because if she's grumpy, if she's in a bad mood and she's grumpy, or something has set her off in the morning, it sets the tone for the day. Something sets her off usually, in the morning. She'll be very reactive all day. So it depends on the day. Oh, you're welcome, Laurie. Have a great sleep, Laurie. I hope you sleep well, have sweet dreams, and have a good day tomorrow. But yeah, anyway, I'll let you all go, because otherwise I'll just keep chatting for the rest of the night, and I'm sure you all have things to do. I do too, actually, so I should go. But it's so lovely to chat with you all. Thank you so much for joining me today. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you all again real soon. So try and get some crafting in there this week if you can. And if you want to share what you're crafting, I'd love to see it. Feel free to send me a message. All right, take care, everyone. Stay safe and happy crafting. Bye.